Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Report Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, we are 31 days away from the Great American Race at 2026 Daytona 500. Whew, like each day we get a little more news, We got the format for the chase for next year. We're getting some driver stuff as time goes on here. We did find out about some announcements there for Thor Sport in the Craftsman Truck Series. They announced that, what was their announcements today? We know that, my brain just stopped. So we got Cole Butcher in the 13, he's a rookie for the 2026 season. We got Jake Garcia to the 98, and then Ty Majeski's in the 88. So we still have the 99 truck to figure out, which will probably be Ben Rhodes, I would guess, again. And then if they do a part-time on the 66, I know Matt Craftsman's supposed to do, do some one-offs. He says he's not doing full-time, but he wants to do 5 to 10 races, so we'll see what that ends up being for him. And so we found out Ricky Stenhouse Jr. will be in Daytona for the Truck Series, and then Jimmy Johnson will be at the San Diego Street Race. Ross Chastain's in the truck. So yeah, I mean, we got a lot of truck news. As a matter of fact, I think somebody said, yeah, this will be Ricky Stenhouse's truck debut. He'd never raced in a truck before. He went from the ARCA Remax Series in 2008 to the Xfinity Series, and then to Cup in 2011 a one-off, and then a couple in 2012, and then full-time in 2013. That's pretty darn wild. It's only driven for 2 organizations, Rouse Fenway and JTG/Hayek. So, well, good for him. So it's going to be an interesting Daytona with some guys in the trucks. And Kyle Busch signed up to drive. I thought he was supposed to be do some stuff for Nice Motorsports. His niece has got that 45 truck part-time with Ricky Stenhouse, Ross Chastain. Thought there was another announcement there. I guess not. We know Tony Stewart's going to be in the Colic Ram truck there. Still waiting on the 14 for Colic for the that TV series. So yeah, so little news coming out here and there. But we are 31 days away, so we're right a month away. So we're going to profile car number 31. Now, when I think of the 31, and I was looking some of these up. Ward Burton, 31 Hardy's car when he first came in. I remember the 31 Mom and Pop's car from Neil Bonnet. He drove a couple races for RCR one year when he was the year before he was trying to make his comeback. And obviously with RCR, 31 Jeff Burton, Ryan Newman, Mike Skinner, Robbie Gordon, and then when Colic had the 31 as well. So 31 in the Cup Series, 1,285 races total. 8 wins, 100 top 5s, 314 top 10s, 10 poles, 101 different drivers drove a 31 Cup car. 3 different drivers won in it. First race was June 19, 1949, which was NASCAR's first race. And then the last race for the number 31 was November 10th, 2024. We know in 2025, Colic renumbered the 31 to 10 when Stuart Haas gave that number up. And so they had the 10 and the 16. 995 times that 31 was a Chevrolet, 110 Ford, 78 Dodge, 40 Oldsmobile, 24 Hudson, 13 Pontiac, 10 Mercury, 5 Buick, 5 Studebaker, and 3 Plymouth. Now, there's been some talk, with 31 being kind of an RCR number at some points. I got in an argument with a guy online about next year, if Dodge comes in the Cup, RCR switches to Dodge. Colic Racing has 0 to do with RCR. They had an alliance until they signed Ram Trucks. The alliance went out the window. Matt Colic, and Chris Rice has said this before on TMD, Matt Colic owns the building and the land where the buildings are that Colic uses. So yes, it is in on the RCR campus, but those areas that Colic uses, Matt Colic owns. So they're not. RC doesn't own part of Colic Racing. Matt Colic owns 100% of it. So, it just, no. RC's not leaving Chevrolet. And I think Mike Dillon's eventually take over, so will the Dillon boys. So, anyway, number 31, Jeff Burton. We all know the singular car, AT&T there for a while. Caterpillar. 324 starts for Jeff Burton, 4 wins, 43 top 5s, 104 top 10s, average finish 16.7. Ryan Newman, 180 starts, 1 win, 19 top 5s, 63 top 10s, average finish of 15.0. Remember that year he made the championship 4 with no wins? Almost won the championship? That could happen again this year. Mike Skinner, 156 starts, 10 top 5s. That was the 31 Lowe's car when Mike Skinner drove it. 10 top 5s, 38 top 10s. Boy, they went up. They gained a bunch when they left him and went to Jimmy Johnson. Average finish 20.7. Robbie Gordon, 118 starts, 3 wins. I didn't even realize Robbie Gordon had 3 wins for RCR. 8 top 5s, 23 top 10s, average finish of 20.9. Justin Haley, when he drove for Colic Racing, 72 starts, 4 top 5s, 10 top 10s, average finish of 19.7. And Jim Van Dever, 59 starts, 4 top 5s, 20 top 10s, average finish of 20.2. On the Xfinity side, we'll be over at LR Parts, the last race which ran under the Xfinity banner. 587 starts among 50 drivers, 13 wins among 3 drivers, 64 top 5s, 163 top 10s. First race was March 13th, 1982. Last race was November 1st, 2025. Steve Grissom, 132 starts, 8 wins. I believe it was the Channel Lock car he drove. 31 top 5s, 54 top 10s, average finish of 15.2. Justin Allgaier, 100 starts in the number 31, 2 wins, 18 top 5s, 52 top 10s, average finish of 11.7. The next 3 drivers are actually the last 3 drivers to drive the number 31 for Jordan Anderson Racing. Parker Retzlaff, 66 starts, 3 top 5s, 11 top 10s, average finish of 20.7. That's a 2-year period. The prior year, Myatt Snyder drove it, 33 starts, 1 top 5, 4 top 10s, average finish of 21.9. This past year, Blaine Perkins drove it, 33 starts, 4 top 10s, average finish of 23.7. So of those 3 drivers, I think obviously the best one that Jordan Anderson had was Parker Retzlaff. I definitely wish Parker would have stayed. Don't know what happened there. I don't know if the issue at Daytona, that summer race where the 62 pushed the 21 to victory and didn't push the 8, and Parker Retzlaff was driving the 62 out of Beard Motorsports, which has an alliance with RCR. If that had anything to do with it, because it's Chevy, I don't know if that affected that, like he pushing a Ford versus pushing a Chevy, or if Jordan Anderson Racing, because obviously Jordan Anderson has a technical alliance with RCR, and Jordan Anderson's father-in-law is Larry McReynolds, who used to work for RCR. If any of that caused Parker Retzlaff no longer to drive for Jordan Anderson, because he didn't, and he drives for Viking Motorsports now. So, and Blaine Perkins says they stepped down compared to what Parker was. And then Mark Martin drove the 31 Xfinity car, 27 starts, 3 wins, 5 top 5s, 13 top 10s, average finish of 15.4. On the truck side, 289 races with 31 different drivers, 6 wins with 1 driver, 33 top 5s, 92 top 10s, first race February 5th, 1995, last race November 20th, 2015. James Busher, 92 starts, 6 wins, 30 top 5s, 59 top 10s, average finish of 9.6, and a Craftsman Truck Series champion. Kevin Sykonich, 43 starts, 1 top 5, 7 top 10s, average finish 20.9. Tony Roper, which I actually met him 4 days before he passed away. 33 starts, 5 top 10s, average finish 19.9. Bob Brayback, 24 starts, average finish 21.2. And then Ben Kennedy, yes, the Ben Kennedy that is in part of NASCAR scheduling, whatever his whole title is. 22 starts, 1 top 5, 7 top 10s, average finish of 13.3. I know there's a lot of people online I've seen that aren't happy with the chase. They wanted a full season. Problem, and there's people that are happy with the chase that wanted a full season. Here's what I see. Mark Martin was very anti-chase playoffs, anti-anything non-full season. He said he's made this point very clear online for quite a long time. There's a lot of people that were a fan of the sport when he was running, and they, hey, Mark Martin says that, he's saying what I think, I have the same opinion as Mark Martin. Oh my God, this is Holy Grail. This is it. When Mark came out and said, we sat in a room, I said we should go full season. I almost got kicked out of the room. I realized I had to compromise. And this is the compromise we came up with. A lot of people went, sell out. So I don't think, I think Mark Martin is trying to do what's best for the sport. What this sport was in the 90s, early 2000s, you're never going to get back, no matter what happens. This sport, in any sport, is peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. This sport went like this, growing, did a vertical straight up, and then when Dale died, it didn't just like come down. It literally popped the top and went and started coming down. And you can click off the season as it came down, and then it's on the way back up. I don't think you can point to one thing. I don't think you can point to Dale dying. I don't think you can point to 2004 when the chase started. I don't think you can point to 2014 when the playoffs started. I don't think you can point to, this, that, or the other within the sport that caused that. I think it's a combination of people talking about TV ratings and people talking about attendance and whatnot, and how some tracks had, Bristol had, a 7-year wait period. I don't understand that. And you couldn't get tickets unless somebody died, but now you can walk up the day of the race and get tickets, and that's NASCAR's fault. No, it's not completely NASCAR's fault. A lot happened between 2001 and 2008. The economic downfall of the country in 2008 had a big effect on it. Because if you think about it, if people don't have the money to go buy these tickets and to travel to these races and to pay for a hotel or camping or whatever the case is, they can't go. I priced it last year. I live about 3 hours from Kansas Speedway. So I live far enough away that if I wanted to go for the weekend for both races, Xfinity and Cup, I would have to stay the night. To drive there for 3 hours, get into the Xfinity race, buy some refreshments, stay the night at a hotel, go back for the Cup race on Sunday, drive home 3 hours with gas and everything. It was going to be just for one person. That's just, it's not even going down in the infield and all that kind of stuff. It's just sitting in the stands. It was $500, hotel room and everything. So if you figure, okay, 2 people is probably $7, give or take, with food and ticket and stuff. You add a family, you're going to add double that. I think the price is what has affected overall attendance. I think that people have more options of TV viewing than they ever had before. I get bored trying to find something to watch. There's so much, what I want my moon to watch. Time I go to every single streaming service and the TV itself, 20 minutes has gone by and I don't even know what I want to watch yet. So I think if you're watching one of these races, or you can watch it later, DVR it and watch it later, or watch it on streaming, or do like Kenny Wallace has talked about, he'll go catch recaps. So you don't necessarily have to watch the entire lap, every lap of the race to understand what happened in the race. We have so much technology, we have X, we have all this stuff on social media. You can watch, a clip here or there, watch 5-minute clips, look at stuff online, and know exactly what happened without watching every single lap. I think that's what's changed the sport. And for some people say not for the best. I think honestly right now is one of the best eras in NASCAR history, in my opinion. But anyway, we are 31 days away from the next season, the 2026 Daytona 500. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Don't just have a great day, have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.